What you'll run across, or what cool things you'll...
Hello, Annie. Thank you. Just mowed it last night. Pretty and green. How are you tonight? Hello, Terry. How are you? Thank you, sir. Oh, we had a little cardboard to get rid of and an old pallet. So I said, bring out a couple things of wood and we'll have a little fire. I think maybe tonight's supposed to be the last good night of the meteor shower. So maybe after dark, I think you're supposed to be able to see 10 to 20 meteors tonight. Nope, just a baby. Hello, TD. How you doing? Good afternoon to you. Thank you, folks. If we got a thumbs up every time somebody popped in, we would go crazy tonight. Uh-oh, above the rocks. Flagstaff tonight. Have you been able to see any of the meteors out there, TD? Come on, folks, join on in here. Hit that thumbs up and hang out with us for a bit. If you're new, get to know everybody in the room. They say the best times are from about midnight till 4 a.m., but I'm not staying up that late. Of course, the last two nights has been pretty rainy and cloudy here, so still hitting the hundreds out there. Hello, Ribbit. Yeah, I think I remember that name, Ribbit. Man, bring back those fond memories. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, they used to steal the whole car. Now they just cut your Cadillac converter off. Move along. At least you are able to still drive away from the scene of the crime. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. How's everyone doing this fine Friday night? Pretty good, Terry, pretty good. We got, it wasn't too bad of a week. I think it rained all 5 days, so we had, still got a lot done on the outside, though, but we got a little downtime, which was always nice and relaxing. Can't complain, can't complain. Hey, camperman, I thought you were in here. So yeah, I won't complain about last week. Got a few vapor trails up there in the air. I know it's supposed to rain pretty much all day tomorrow in northern Ohio here, but we're still going to try and get out and check out a new campsite and get a hike in. Hopefully Mrs. D's got a evening plan for us, a little dinner, a little movie. We do like it when she plans stuff for us. That little thin pallet wood burns pretty quick, oh. Anybody else got some good plans for the weekend? I try to get people to be more involved in the comments, and it ain't all about me. Let us know what's going on with you. This old pallet is just a tad bit damp, so at least it will smoke the skeeters out. Hey Lee, how you doing? Man, I hate to see him go, but it's good to get him out for a while. Going pretty great, pretty great. No complaints from this week. Is this her second year of college? I'm glad my kids are all already done with that. Moved on with their own lives and a little more independent now, but they still need things every once in a while, and that's okay. I'm pretty sure my parents helped me out until their last breath. I'm glad you stopped in, man. Don't forget that thumbs up and third year. Oh, good deal. Are they going to the same college or Completely different worlds out there. Sometimes, you know, the siblings want to get away from each other either, too. But that's right. I think all the schools start back next week, so that's a little break for most of us. Got to get to work early now. I miss all those morning school buses. Be safe out there, folks, and watch for those children crossing the street. Oh, that's good. She gets her a minor in biology. She could always go to work for the state. Man, they are always needing biologists, and she likes the good old outdoors. Forestry is a great thing to get into now. The state is crying for workers. But the farmers need the help too. Well, you got my take on that, TD. I'll let everybody else chime in. How's the weather in Arizona? Still hitting the hundreds? Oh, very good, very good. Hope everybody had a chance to watch the video that popped out this week. I think it came out Wednesday morning. 104. Hey, humidity ain't bad, but that 104 is still 104 no matter how you look at it. Hey, Jim Rockford, how's Texas tonight? We're going to be blessed, man. God bless Texas. We're going to be right here in the backyard for a while. You guys, it's still early in the evening. I think we're pushing a little after 8 here. So what, 5 in Arizona? 7 down in Texas? Any humidity is enough when it's over 100 degrees, though. They could have designed the human body to accumulate to one giant sweat, and then you just step out of it. I see, I don't know if there's something new on YouTube. Next 2 weeks. Wow. I hate that for you, Jim. That would make me want to live on the beach somewhere. I know the California and Washington State out there are starting to get the fires picking up again. Hello, Jeff. Welcome back. I think, I don't, like I was going to say, I don't know if it's a new thing on YouTube, but they had me share out a link. They're giving you first month free on members. I don't know if anybody wants to check that out. I did actually do a first members video the other day. I released it a day earlier than the rest, but Nanny and dry. That's a good way to go. I ordered that ring off Amazon. They sent me two, a 3-foot and a 5-foot. Pretty nice. They're just like a galvanized drain pipe. I think I just replaced this start of the year, but my old fire pit without a ring in it lasted almost 5 years. But then I think I gave $1.99 a piece for the brick. Caught them on sale. Nanny and dry, but you probably got a nice breeze blowing all the time. I know when we were in the Caribbean, it seemed like it was 15-mile-an-hour winds all the time. Yep, that's probably the same thing they make culvert pipe out of, but I think this comes in a flat box and a 4 sections or 5 sections just bolt together. Maybe about 10 minutes and voila. And this is, yeah, I don't think I had it last year, so this is the first year for this pit. But the other one, when I took it apart, it was just like powder. I pretty much moved the first block and the rest of it just crumbled to dust. We live and we learn. Yeah, we've got rain for scheduled, I think, for like 7 days straight, so that's why the grass is so green on the backside here. Been too wet for anybody to be out here, and I finally got to mow yesterday after, I think, 6 days. Consider myself kind of lucky, but I know there's a lot of people out there with properties and stuff that are in a lot worse shape. I know, like southern Indiana, I think it's flooding everywhere down there with all this rain, and our river is probably, I think, 22 inches higher today than it was last Sunday. I just kind of calculate that by the 8-inch steps down at the boat dock. Well, when I left work today, there was only about 1.25 inches left out of the water. Has anybody got to see any meteors this week? I think they started back on about the 11th or something, and they're supposed to go to the 23rd. Couple nights there, I think they were actually supposed to have a little collar to it, like rainbows. Yeah, They said about midnight tonight, anywhere from 10 to 20 meteors per hour. Should be seen from every state. El Greco. Probably so. You know, that's only the money that we know about. But we're not talking about that tonight. That's Sunday night. Hard to say, man, but we don't talk about war or politics through the week. You can stop in Sundays and we talk about anything you like. We just like people when they comment to have some stuff to back it up with, I guess. Yeah, me too. Well, they say meteors don't come around much, but I don't know. I still don't think I want to stay up past midnight to watch them, but you never know. It's Friday. No worky tomorrow, so. El Greco, how about hitting us a thumbs up while you're in here, my friend? Tell us where you're from. I was going to say San Francisco, but that's the 49ers. Is that correct? I'm not much on football either, guys. Sorry. El Greco looks like he's about 10 years old and got 6 subscribers with 1 video. He probably shouldn't be using bad language. But anymore, you know, kids, 4, 5, and 6, they're smart enough to get on the internet and Google stuff, so they're learning early. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. 11 people in the rooms. Say hello. Hit that thumbs up. Seems like we get a little jump of 4 and 5 each time they roll through. Camperman still hanging out with us. There's another 5-man jump. Welcome in, folks. I would be in that hammock over there swinging back and forth if I didn't have to get out and feed the fire every little bit. And you mentioned meteors. The sky starts to cloud over. Feel a little rain in the air. Let me check the weather real quick. Weather says we're good until about 6 a.m. But who trusts the weather? Also seen on TV. Thank you for them thumbs ups. I'm trying to work out Nightbot here, guys. If anybody knows anything about the Nightbot, please let me know. Got to share this out one time. If everybody in the room would share it out to 1 or 2 of your friends, maybe your friends will become my friends. I don't know if I've already asked, has anybody got a big weekend planned? Sounds like my grandma going to work. She She works third shift at the pickle factory. She likes to ride on her bike. We didn't start the fire, but it's been burning since the world been turning. Hello, Leslie. Well, you know what comes after high heat waves? You got to watch out for those tornadoes down in Arkansas. How have you been, Leslie? I'm hoping you're staying nice and cool on the inside somewhere. Hey, Susie, how are you doing? Scotty, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. We just cleaned out the garage, got rid of a little bit of cardboard, got an old pallet we chopped up. A little bit of wood stacked, but now it looks like it's going to come a downpour. Leslie's just telling us 110 with the index today down in Arkansas. Hot, hot. Hello, Plywood. How's Tom tonight? Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Plywood, are you down near that Bigfoot festival going on tonight? I know the Gypsy and the Gorilla are down there for the big beard contest. Tom is always terrific. And I do appreciate you guys. I do see the comments on the videos, and I try and respond to every comment I get. Much, much appreciated. Yeah, starts tonight down there, I believe, at Hocking Hills. Susie, are you still in the room? I have a question that you could probably answer. Yeah, I recently downloaded this Nightbot thing. I think I got it subscribed to it, brought it into the channel. It shows up in a few lives, but how do I get it to drop the user's channel link? I mean, I went to this page that said, hey, put your command in here, and I put in hashtag out and about, and what do you want this command to do? And I said, drop the user's link. And when somebody puts that in, I don't know if Tom will want to try it, but it just says what I ask it to do. Camperman done it there. Hashtag out and about. We'll see if Nightbot. See, and Nightbot says check out user O there. I mean, what is going on with that, or what did I do wrong? Thank you, Camperman. Yeah, and I think that's the code that is showing. But when I type that into the spot, and it just repeats the code. So I don't know, haven't figured that out yet. But I see Nightbot popping up every once in a while, so if you try and use all capital letters or more than 3 emojis or something like that, it will block you for 10 seconds or something, but that's about all the interaction I see. It's not actually helping me do anything. Yes, I'm on the phone doing a live. Yeah, I've very seldom on the computer doing a live. Well, just in case just popped in and with all caps, and Nightbot has blocked him. He's just in here testing it. Good job, Justin. Yes, I did. You got warned, Justin. You and your capital letters. Thanks for stopping in, Justin. Appreciate you for helping out here. If I could just figure out Nightbot and Amazon, I will be tickled to death. I think each time somebody clicks on one of my links in the video to go to Amazon, it creates me a new account. So that's kind of weird too. I've got like 6 of them now. She said, danger, Will Robinson, danger. Yeah, it's kind of surprising. I was just cleaning out the garage. We had about 20 more boxes somehow, so. And then I found an old pallet. I thought I'd get rid of that too. And I said, well, the pallet's gone. I got a couple bundles of wood left over from a camping trip, so I could get rid of those. Yeah, I mean, either way, I could definitely somehow connect with you. I don't know, connect with you off air if you have like Facebook. What is that? Do you call with a FaceTime or something? I could definitely get in front of the computer and talk with you that way if you send me a friend request on Facebook if you have it. I was hoping that Tammy and Jeff would pop in, but they're pretty busy. I think I caught about 2 minutes of their drive down south today, and yeah, well, just send me a request on Facebook, just my name, and we'll go from there after this live if you're not doing your live. I was actually looking at the lower parts of Michigan for the morning, but I think I'm going to try a hike up near other side of Toledo, around the Maumee Bay area. But it's calling for rain here for the next 2 days, so I may just stay home and sleep. I do appreciate it. If everybody's still hanging out in the room, keep poking those comments through here. I know YouTube has reduced that down, I think, to 2 minutes and 5 seconds or something. If you don't talk, the numbers drop down. And when the numbers drop, the sharing stops. All right. I'll get off here. I will look that up. 75% chance of rain tomorrow. Dinner time, man. I just ate before I come out here. I'm hoping to catch some of these meteors, but it looks like it's clouding over already. Appreciate you stopping by, Justin. California Dreamin' popping in the room. I think they're going live out there. They've been broadcasting some of these fires. Crazy. All right. I will definitely either click on your link or send you a request to. All right. Well, I'm just trying to get my storefront and control of all my clicks and views and stuff like that. When it comes to computers, I am not the sharpest. But even the dull axe can split soft wood. That's what my papa used to tell me. Oh. Oh, good deal, good deal. I know you're hanging out in here, camper man, sneaking around like that. I'll be right back. My body lies over the ocean. Oh, well, we're down to the two more boxes and a little bit of the long part to the pallet. Hoy, camperman, hoy. Quite peaceful here, but man, I don't have the birds chirping here like I do when I'm camping out in the woods. Plywood, how's the shed project working out? You got everything situated and already have it moved? I do hear a few cicadas in the background though. I think I hear, there's a bunch of them chirping in this one giant tree, and there was a rain dove here earlier. It's one of those nights again where all the birds are flying southwest. They all come in one direction again. I sat on the deck one night and pointed the camera up in the air, and I think we counted like 56 birds, all flying in one direction. But you can hear the traffic. Oh, all right. Good job, good job. Hope you got enough power there and get the machinery in there and start buzzing some wood. You'll be able to make some of the finest slingshots in the area. Ain't nobody. Hopefully, I think today Woody had his surgery on his left hand. I've seen a few pictures on Facebook. Hopefully, everything went well like mine did. I know it's a bad thing to have, a little carpal tunnel, but man, it feels so good when it's gone. Welcome in, folks. Say hello. Join the crowd. I haven't seen him pop on at all, but he might not be able to type with the right hand. I don't know. Black sheep, I have told you probably 50 times. And if you can't see the scars on my left hand, I don't know. You're missing out. How you doing tonight? Hit that thumbs up. Come out and enjoy the fire. Bring Annie over. She stopped through earlier. I think she was the first or second one through. $25 thumbs. Carp fish. Well, I think that was my I think that was more bothersome than, I think the only other surgery I've had is gallbladder. But they took that baby out over in Germany. All right, it's all good. You got tomorrow night set up, I hope, and you can give me the info when I come back inside. Couple people said hello to you there, Mrs. D. $26 now. Good job. Here's something I probably should never say. We're going to have to get back to ordering stuff. I'm almost out of boxes. Hello, Ray. How you doing tonight? Welcome. Stephen, welcome, welcome. Oh, it's a great night for hanging out at home, baby. I think any night away from work is pretty great. How we doing, Ray? For tonight. Tomorrow we're going to go check out a new camping area. So we'll see if we can even get a video out tomorrow. Hey man, I can't complain, Ray. It's been a pretty great week. Rain for 5 days straight, probably 7 nights straight. Up toward northern Ohio, almost to the Michigan line. I looked at a few spots in Michigan, but I'm pretty sure all the spots I looked at charge you to even walk through the park. Stephen says, hello everyone. That's all right, Ray. Just don't use emojis, because this Nightbot is deadly with the emojis. Hello, Big Ange. How you doing? If you're new to the room, folks, just jump in like you've been here before. Tell us all about yourself, where you're from, and hit that thumbs up. Everyone's welcome. Stay friendly. Stay kind, and please rewind. Ethelene, how you doing? Somebody's doing some sharing out. We're doing great, Big. We're doing great. Let everybody know where you're from. Like, share, subscribe, follow everybody in the room. Let's get this community going, big time. North Central Nevada. Excellent. Man, I would love to be eating some hot dogs, but Mrs. D made up some chicken breasts and some broccoli and cauliflower, and I dug in early. Oh, it was delicious. And there's leftovers for me. There you go, Big Ange. Camperman has give you a sub. If you got some comment, everyone will leave you a message. If not, just try and look them up here and follow them back. Pretty bunch of great people here. What happened to the other one popped in here? Who was it? Hello, Putty Cat. Oh, great for a steak tonight, man. Ethan popped in. No followers, no subs, couple playlists. That's about it for Ethan. But Ethan, if you're in the house, let us know where you're from. Oh, it's pretty great, man. Pretty great. Once you get rid of the cardboard, I got some pretty good bundled wood to throw on there here in a little bit. But the darker it gets, the cloudier it gets, and the chance of meteors is slowly diminishing. Well, let her burn, Ray. Let her burn. Nope. Calling for rain tomorrow the next day, so no dumpster in the front yard. So I think I'm going to go do a little hike if I can get a break in the weather and check out a few new camping spots. Ray is right down there in the middle between heaven and almost heaven. I kind of miss these midnight fires, folks. I think we had them all the way through December and January last year. It's great to have a fire when snow on the ground, but we're not needing that. I'm still going to say early fall. I mean, it ain't going to come no earlier on the calendar, but the leaves are going to start dropping soon. Heat and humidity. Well, it rained here pretty much all morning. I know someone else gave me that idea one time, but I don't use too many fire starters. As long as I can pack my little small Zippo lighter fluid, that's usually the best fire starter around. And now that T9 sent me that torch, baby, if I got propane to cook, I will build a fire. Army Reserve training for that fire. I used to be able to start a fire with 2 sticks, but they were both matches. It's almost that time of year where I got to start replacing solar lights. These lights have made it probably almost 2 years. You're down in Chillicothe right now, Ray? I was just down in Circleville. A.W. Marion. It got up to $4.29 yesterday, Putty Cat. I think it's down to $4.19 today. I still haven't bought any over $4. Hopefully by Sunday evening it will be down in the 3s again and I'll pick it up. Yeah, I stayed A.W. Marion Friday night, Saturday night, and it rained all night long, both nights, and the days were beautiful. Nice sandy soil down there, dried up very quick. I know, Ray, or Plywood, I got to get back over in your area. There's a few trails that I have not hit yet. And if Leslie's still hanging out in here, Woody's Barndominium is going live down in Arkansas right now. Oh yeah, we got bats. I actually just built about 5 bat boxes at work this week while it was raining and I was bored. I got to get those babies up and draw them in. Bats usually migrate out of this area around middle of November, so we're not allowed to cut any standing trees until about the middle of November. After that, the bats are supposed to be gone. If they stayed late, that's not our fault. But yeah, they swoop through here. Not as many hummingbirds this year, but if you guys are new to the room and hanging out, hit that thumbs up. Give us a share or 2 out there. Shoop Shop is going live tonight too. I think those guys are going live every night nowadays. And believe me, folks, I do see all the comments and answer everyone out there, so. Oh yeah, I mean, this whole neighborhood shuts down about dark. But hello, Blonde. Thank you very much. We got one main street out there that stays loud 24/7 and about a half a mile away. Oh yeah, definitely in the city limits. I think you gotta go maybe a half a mile south and you'll be out. Believe me, I hate it very much. We have looked for country land for about 2 years straight up here. But we can't handle $10,000, $15,000 an acre for no trees whatsoever. Oh, we never see the sheriff in town. The sheriff is almost dead in the middle of town, the department-wise, but we see a lot of city cops here. All right, Plywood. I understand, Ann. No problem. I have not been back to Kentucky since you gave me that, Blonde. I think they're having a get-together down there this weekend. Ray, is that where you're at down at the get-together tonight? I figured Ray would be down at the Bigfoot Beard Contest. I tried to look that up online. Couple weeks? Years? That's better, Ray. That makes me feel a lot better. But even your place there where, you're doing the sunsets and I can see houses, that's just not country enough for me. Back home, we had 21 acres nestled in about 500 acres of forest. Oh yeah, they got them everywhere. You got to remember, Putty Cat, this is a town where you can't make right turns on red. Yeah, you're down at Annie's meetup, is that correct? I see Grandpa Dave is coming live now. Friday night is a good night for lives. I sit here and talk and let my fire go out. If I'd knew the weather was going to be bad, Ray, I would have, in this area anyhow, I would have tried to make some plans and getting down there. Well, good job. Yeah, they got to get those watch hours in when they bump them up to 8,000. I know, Big Ange, I talk and let the fire go out. Yeah. And those body cams, you get a lot of them in trouble too. Now that's a fire. I get a fire so big I'll burn the cable wire off the house, but it's only for internet anyhow. There you go, Big. And what's the theory behind that, Ray? Are we there yet, Putty Cat? And it's, for me, I don't know. I got editor. Oh, those grandkids better be in the bed. But any more of the music that they offer me to put on gets blocked before I could even put it on. Kind of crazy. And most of it is YouTube music. But even YouTube music, there's some sites and stuff that have special things that you still have to buy it from them. And I'm sure everybody on here gets those fake emails where somebody sends you an email and says, "Oh, I watched your video and I noticed you were playing some of my music. We can settle this between us and we won't have to go to a bargaining unit." And I'm like, you know what? Beat it, pal. Oh, bring out some T-bones now. Oh, there you go. Copyright, yep. I mean, they want you to do all this stuff to make them money, and then they give you stuff to use it, and then they block you for using it. I had to go over and check over the fence. There's too many lights shining in the wrong directions. Yeah, it's getting tougher, especially if you don't know the ins and out of it and how to properly comment it. But you know, they get this AI set up, and I see a lot of people using more and more AI nowadays, Travels, how you doing? Okay. All right, Susie, not a problem. Killingram, how you doing? He only took him for a brief moment, Killing. How you doing tonight, my man? Hey, no, man, no problem, no problem. I hate it when they steal my underwear. I was skinny dipping one time and I come out and there was no clothes whatsoever anywhere. No billfold. Back then we didn't have cell phones, so you just had to stand behind a tree by the road and holler at the neighbor across the field. Go get mom, would you? That was the fun days. What's up tonight in your area? Tell everybody where you're from and what's going on out there. Now you're killing rams or kilograms. Hard to read that in two different things. Gamer, maybe? No, nothing on your channel as so far that gives us a hint. But welcome in. Little evening bonfire here. I can't tell if the clouds are getting lighter or it's about to be completely covered in clouds up there. I see no stars poking through yet. Yeah, Travels, my boss's dad is, I think he's about to hit 88, and he's kind of falling in that same situation. He knows who the kids are, but, you know, he forgets to eat, and he forgets if he pays bills, and he worries about a lot of things that probably shouldn't be worrying about or being taken care of for him. It's sad because some of the smartest people you know, forget they're the smartest people around. And life is hard on everybody. Talking about humidity around this fire pit, it's starting to warm up a little bit. (9:15) is still kind of early. Welcome in, folks. We just got an extra thumbs up. Thank you very much. Stick around long enough to give us a chat. So you filmed other people's music, and as long as you film it yourself, it's allowed to be used? Yeah, I know what you mean, Susie. I know what you mean. Hello, James. How you doing? Welcome in, James Lumford. 32, baby, and rolling. Up, Maggie is going live again. I don't know if you people follow the same people I follow, but hello, David. The real David's in the house. Oh, it's going great here, man. Happy Friday. I am once again glad that the weekend's here. How you doing, David? I'm always ready to get off work and get out and about. You know, sometimes I say, man, I can't wait 2 more years and I can retire, and then the very next day I'm thinking, man, I'm just going to work till I croak. Oh, 101, where are you, man? Down in Arkansas. Seems the heat wave is staying way south right now, all the way out through Arizona. Welcome, James. How is your weekend plans coming up? Yeah, it only got to, I think, 86 today. Was not a bad day at all, but I think it stayed a moderate 75, but it was constant rain today. Southern California. Are you close to the fires or not, Dave? Or I can see them burning in the hills there when California Dreamer was on just a little bit ago. It never rains in Southern California. Hey, Smokey and the Bandit. I can't prove you wrong or I can't prove you right, but I'm going to say welcome in. Well, I do know for a fact that down in Barbados, on the island itself, there's old cannons there, and you can Google these. They are weather cannons that they used to shoot into the air to cause disturbances in the clouds. So, I mean, that was 50, 60 years ago. Somebody Google it for me if you got time, but I think that was one of the 2 places that we had weather cannons that actually fired into the air. And I've been to Barbados and I have got my picture taken beside these cannons, but the locals down there tell you, oh, they were to protect the island at one time, but I don't know. I hope they didn't create that earthquake over in Colombia the other day. Somebody's got time, Google those weather cannons and they should show you a nice picture. The picture I have is me in a pair of shorts and there was like 4 green monkeys on the barrel. Hey, Slurry. Welcome in, welcome in. I have not got to see you for a minute. I think the last time you were over in Nomadic Campers Lot. There was some bird just flew over me that thundered like a grouse. Of course, it's summertime, summertime. Everybody's getting a little busy. School's about to get started in most places, so all the kids will be back online early in the morning. You know how that goes, guys. From 5:30 in the morning till about 7:15, the internet is flooded with kids waiting to catch that school bus. So get ready for the bots, the spammers, and the rude comments. But most of the people that hung out with me in the mornings were pretty cool. How you been, Slurry? What's up with you this weekend? And Smokey and the Bandit, tell us what you know about these secret weather machines. Hello, Doug. I am pretty much northwest Ohio. Almost in Indiana, almost to Michigan. How you doing, Doug? Where you from out there? Hit that thumbs up. Well, we do have a small hike planned tomorrow if the weather lets us. Northwest Indiana. Are you over anywhere close to that Horseshoe Casino? I know southern Indiana is really getting flooded right now. I hate that for those guys. Small hike tomorrow. We're going to check out some new camping sites. Ain't no boogeyman here, man. We got the grass man, the Bigfoot, the wolf man, the dog man. Every man but the boogeyman. I've been everywhere, man. Kansas here. Welcome in, Kansas. He-Man, nope. We're all out of He-Man and Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. By the power of Grayskull. That's right, baby. Aquaman, yeah, forgot about that one. Rubberman Man. Invisible Man. Oh, good deal. Now, we've had a little Steve Austin here. You know, he used to own a house down in Lexington, Kentucky. Pretty nice little castle. Flash Gordon vibe, but they never called him the man, oh. He was pretty quick, oh. My favorite superhero was Gumby, damn it. You guys keep me talking. We keep forgetting about this fire. We need a roaring fire. Burn, baby, burn. Old school. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. You know, Lee Majors is pretty good until they brought along Jamie Summers, Lindsay Wagner, the bionic woman. Why would they give one an ear to listen and the other eye that could see? Why not just give them both while they had them operated on? I prefer the villains. Outcode. Yeah, I didn't get to see him play in very many other movies. I think he was in a few westerns. But I think when his younger career, he done mostly stunt work. The Fall Guy, remember that movie or series that was on? Always solving crime. Yep. Yeah, like I say, he did live in Kentucky for a short time there. Well, folks, keep this chat rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. We can talk about favorite movies. On and about. On and about. What are you up to? Is your head in a glass jar, or is that behind a wine glass? How you doing? Where you from? What's going on? On and about? Welcome to Out and About. Hey, Jim Rockford, I was hoping you still... Really? Who's going to play the... I know it's sizzling, man. We get a little bit of less traffic out there and the fire starts crackling and popping. I would like to take some of my videos and put them on the YouTube for that, kind of like that Christmas fire. Well, I'll tell ya, Pilgrim, you smile when you say my name. Har har. Yeah, but you never know. You like these actors for so long when you're young, and then you find out different things about them when you get older. I was just watching John Wayne the other day, the guy from Bones. Bones. I thought that was like Denzel Washington. Hello, Nancy Drew. Well, you're not as old as me, so you don't know all my heroes. How you doing tonight, Nancy? I was hoping you were hiding out in the background. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame, but kind of like WWF. They used to bring those guys into our town twice a year, and I thought those guys were just monsters until they showed up, you know, and hello, Jerry. They all had a wrestling match at the Armory there where I was employed. And they would fight and carry on. They drag them apart. They put one in one room, one in the other room. And I'm knowing myself that is one big room with two doors. So the guys are all in there together. That's when I kind of turned away from it and said, this is all fake. And I seen Andre the Giant slap, who was it? Paul Orndorff's head against the wall. And then he slapped his hand against the wall, which showed the blood, but then he dropped the ketchup packet. I don't know who that is. What else did he play in? I hope they're bringing back Sonny and everybody else. Good info, Nancy. Jerry, are you on your return yet there? Or are you still up there in the far off country? Welcome back, camperman. I'm going to try to make it a full 2 hours, so that way I can get rid of the wood. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be so cloudy tonight that there's going to be no meteor shower here for us. Can you see the clear skies up there, Jerry? Oh, probably not adventures, but you never know. Hello, Batty. Only time that happens is when I'm not alone. Yeah, pretty crappy. It seems like every time the planets align or there's an eclipse or hello roll call, how are we doing tonight? I figured you have your own fire going out there. Anytime something spectacular is going to happen, the skies are cloudy in Ohio. Ohio is not allowed to see anything. Hawaiian hurricane, are you in Hawaii? Is that as good as the Texas tornado? How you doing tonight, roll call? New Mexico. Are you near Carlsbad? Are you near the crater where the meteor hit the earth? All right, good job. How are things on the cabin site? Everything up and running and rolling good? If you guys would talk amongst yourself for just a second, I gotta close the garage door and open the back door. Let the air flow through and then I will be right back. Hang on, folks. I was attacked by the guardian cats. That's only after Taco Bell, Jerry. I tell you what, I thought I was vamoosed the other day. The wife went to Taco Bell about 10 p.m. and I said, get me a couple soft tacos is all I want. Well, somehow they screwed the order up. She got her order, I got my order, and then they sent an extra, I don't know what you call it, burrito thing. And I said, well, I might as well eat that too. And man, that baby, it was spicy going down, and the next day it was spicy several more times, if you know what I mean. Too much info? And then Jerry can vouch for me that the last time I got in trouble for talking, that's when my uncle got fired from the pickle factory. Hello, everyone. If you guys haven't been told today, you are very much appreciated, and everybody in this room knows that we have a great community here, folks. Pretty good group I fell into here, and I thank each and every one of you for being part of that. Oh, really? Mall Bell here in the States. Is it Taco Bell down there? Extra sour cream, maybe? Well, we are not very much on fast food, but there's two pretty great Mexican authentic restaurants here in town, and man, me and the wife can go in for about 30 bucks. It's just amazing. But hopefully tomorrow night we will be doing a little hibachi around the Fort Wayne area. She wants to go up and watch the new Green Day movie coming out, I think. It's only available in certain spots, so we're going to have at it. She is a big favorite of the Green Day group. And here in the last year or so, I have become a great favorite of the lettuce. Serving it? I hope not. Back in the day. Well, today is still back in the day for the wife, so. I don't think I've really went to too many concerts in my whole life. I've seen, I think Tracy Chapman, Led Zeppelin, a few country singers, you know, but they were probably at a NASCAR race where I probably wouldn't have ever got to see them, but I was just not fond of going, and I figured, man, if I could hear it on the radio, why pay and go to that? I mean, we went to Fort Wayne one time, and they had something at, what was that place called? I can't remember, but they had a mosh pit, man. That place, people were getting throwed around. I'm like, this is not for me. I can't remember the place, but they had like 7 bars under one roof. Oh, that is cool. One of the daughters, they like the gorillas. So my wife and her have been, I think, 2 gorilla concerts now. That's pretty cool. I think, man, if you enjoy it, just go for it. But I lucked out with a Led Zeppelin, or Leonard Skinner, that's who it was. Where were we at? Phoenix International Speedway, and they just happened to be there that weekend, and man, we got to meet them all. Van Zant was there, and in 1983 and 84, I met a AC/DC, I don't know what they're called back then, but they were a group that pretended to be AC/DC out of Lexington or Georgetown, Kentucky. And they headlined for the original group. I mean, they were pretty freaking good too. If she wanted to go, man, what's his name? Oh man, she talks about him all the time. She can do anything she wants. I would get her a backstage pass, and I would sit in the parking lot and wait on her. I don't care. I could do a live parking lot. That would be cool. They won't let me in. Security. If Mrs. D is in the room, she'll tell me what his name is. Yeah, there's no jealousy for that way. Free pass. Heck yeah. That has, you get our age, man. I had a comment to that, but I just lost it right out of my mind. I had a good comeback. I don't get, what's that, Ron Jeremy guy? Yeah. I was trying to think of a stripper name. Long Dong Silver or whatever his name was. I don't know. Sometimes that's not what it's all about. But, hey, whatever. I wouldn't care if it was 22. I tell you that story one time, you know, I had a sister. She got married. You know, the guy had been in a fireman accident and lost his left leg. So, she got married, and, you know, they went on a honeymoon to come back, and it looked like things were kind of rocky. So, my mother sat her down to talk to her one night, and she goes, what is wrong, you know, you got to make this marriage work. And she goes, well, she said, I don't think I can make it work. And she says, like, my mom's like, well, what's the problem? And she says, well, my husband only has 1 foot. And she says, man, you'll be happy as heck. Says, your dad only has 4 inches. Yeah, I laugh at my own. That's pretty good. Everybody has an obsession, man. Mine is having fun. Just a free joke. Friday night freebie. Well, that's all right, Adventure, but we're not talking about that tonight. We're kind of getting off on the, I'm, pardon the pun, the wrong foot, but let's keep it simple and keep it kind. I think here in the big old world, if someone's going to do something to hurt someone else, it's going to happen whether they like it or not. I don't think people bring it on or ask for it. I think it just happens if it happens, and everybody should treat it differently and go on about their life. My mother used to tell me there's so many fish in the sea out there. And I'm like, you know what? And I really do like fishing. But one of these days we're going to have a live, and it's just going to be all about crazy jokes. So pick out your best crazy joke and bring it along. Did you guys lose the fire crackling there for a second? Maybe only in catfish, Jerry. Did you think about that? Carp. Come on, Jerry. Think about it. Has everybody in here shared out this live at least once? I don't know where Charles is tonight. He said he wasn't fishing, and he said he wasn't going out of town, so I don't think I've seen him in here at one time. But I hope I haven't missed anybody and said hello. California Dreaming is still alive out there. Maggie's still alive. Jerry just posted a short. We'll catch that in a minute. I would love to share out everybody in the room, folks, but if you guys want to post your channel link or let Jerry or Nancy know, or Plywood, I think Plywood went over to watch the woodworking show. Just say, pick me, and one of these moderators will pick you up and post your channel link if you want followers. But 9:51, folks, and not a star in the sky. Somebody left and took a like. Who was that? Who would do that? Skipjack Cindy is on and out fishing. Uh-oh. Man, you think you got some of those special brownies up there, Jerry? Or if Jerry is missing, how is Jerry here? That's what I'm wondering. Where you at, Jerry? Please tell the authorities. And on a better note, I seen there's another episode of Super Troopers coming out. I don't know where they're going to be this time, but last time they were in Canada. Is anybody in the room? No way, hope you didn't leave him somewhere. Yeah. He's probably stuck in a tree somewhere. Does anybody in the chat ever watch any one of these lives where people are sleeping? Karen Davis said hello in chat. Jerry, think, retrace your steps, watch your last video, and that way you will find out where you were. Yeah, I've seen them, and now they got lives of someone that's feeding food to her hand. I think that's weird too. She's like her hand is sitting there eating at the table. I'm getting to you, whoever had that private message. Did you watch your last video? Yeah, Putty Cat, they got those there too. They got the women working out. They got the one lady who feeds her hand. And they got the one where like in Ghana or whatever, where they're lining up the correct pop bottles with what's hidden in the box. Yeah, people are cleaning like fake food with a toothbrush. We just lost another live. Or another like, so we're making people mad here, folks. I'm sorry for that, but real life situation here. Somebody's taking their live back, or their like. Or maybe somebody double-clicked thinking they're going to come back and like again. But yeah, two people standing there with a water bottle flipping it upside down, or the guy counting $3,000 in cash over and over and over. Man, there is so many scams out there to get people to follow their channel. But to each their own. We're keeping it real here, folks. $42 thumbs up again. Thank you very much. I keep trying to follow these messages. It's got to be Putty Cat. Yep. Yeah, the ping pong balls. I like those. Some of those are pretty good, but a lot of the Chinese folks have all those funny gadgets where the water pours into one thing, spews to another, works this, works that. I mean, some of them have like a whole city that operates on the flowing water. I love the ping pong guy. I do like that. I mean, it takes a while. The guy throwing the playing cards into the clothespin. But yeah, I mean, just turning the camera on and going to bed. I think most of them are faking it anyhow. Probably, they always got their back turned, so they're probably watching the other phone in their hand. So it's cool. I mean, hundreds of ways out there to get a thumbs up or a like. Yep, seen the parrots. I follow what's his name? Perch Diver. That shows his it's a live stream on his koi ponds. Those are pretty cool. But man, I cannot sit and watch somebody play a video game. I don't care what kind of a game it is, or who it is. And then you got the girls that's doing live streams. Oh, don't even want to get started there. I'm going to clean out the barn stall of my horse in a thong. I wore a thong in the video and no one ever noticed it. My feelings were hurt. Not a one of my followers even noticed it. I think Stealth Camping Sweethearts picked it up toward the end, but I'm just going to get out there in the everyday world. I'm going to show you where I'm headed, or show you where I'm coming back from, or show you where I've been. That's all I can do. Some people actually comment and say, hey, thanks for taking us along. I never would have seen this without you. And that's why I like to watch all these camping, hiking, other kind of videos. Yep, I remember that. You remember Johnny Carson, who did the mind trick where he read the answer to the question and then they opened the envelope? Ed McMahon, always laughing. I think people would. You know what's funny? I was going to tell people the other day, Sunday, I was coming home, right? I done a little drive live there, stayed on about an hour or whatever. I think I had 23 or 24 thumbs up, in an hour, which is about average. So I was telling everybody, hey, I'm leaving here in 2 minutes, and so people were slowly backing out of the stream and going on. So it got down to about 1. Now 23 likes I had. It gets down to 1 person in the room. So for about 10 minutes straight, I just start making silly noises, like and crazy noises with my mouth, not saying any words whatsoever. And within 10 minutes, I think I got 8 more thumbs up. People were popping in, they'd hit a like, and they'd move along. I'm thinking, I guess that was about the best ACMR or whatever it is, ASMR. Where you do a video without talking. Hello, Abel. Welcome back. So, I got a third of the likes in 10 minutes after being on for an hour and 10 minutes just by popping noises with my mouth and whistling. But I see these channels on there too where people are using a toothbrush and scratching a microphone, or what is this where they're like digging out zits from your head, and they got like rubber doll feet and they're squeezing out Play-Doh or something from hose. It's just crazy what people watch, and there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people on these channels. Welcome in, everyone. How's it going? How you doing, Abel? How are you tonight? Looks like a little more wood for the fire. Nope, not even that, Jerry. That's a true art right there. We are loaded down, folks. That was my version. Hello, Christopher. Of a little ASMR. Is that what it is? ASMR? Hello from Ohio. Welcome to Ohio. I'm from Ohio. All right, Jerry, you take care. But I'm telling you, man, Jerry is keeping it real out there. He might be a gingerbread man, but he's bringing you true life events, true travel, true happenings. Keep it real, Jerry. How you doing there, Christopher? Say hello to everybody in the room. Everybody say hello to Christopher. We have put the last of the wood on, folks, so 10, 12, 15 minutes. We're going to let her burn down. I've took all the patio furniture off. That way sparks after I leave here doesn't catch it on fire again. Again, I say. Camperman still with us, hanging in there. You guys at least pop a hi or a comment or a thumbs up in there about every 3 minutes. That way the numbers stay up there, and it seems like when the numbers are up, we get a new person in every little bit. That's what it's all about. Susie's still here. She's waiting on me to get off here so she can help me with my homework. I'll let you know, Susie, I will get there. I have nothing to do all night long. It's pretty good going to bed and knowing you don't have to get up at 5:30 a.m. But even on my days off, I seem to wake up at 5:30 a.m. When everybody comments, that number climbs pretty good. 43 thumbs up. Appreciate you. I was hoping really that Nomadic would pop in sometime tonight. You get off at 6 every morning? Do you have a night job, or you consider nighttime there? Yeah, okay. Getting up at 6 every morning, yeah. I tell you, I try my best to catch everybody's lives in the morning. You pop in usually first and then Dave, but hello Danielle Davis, how is Mississippi? It's been a long time since I got to see you. Are you about ready to begin the school? Woody, did he make a post? He just didn't pop in the chat. I seen him in the cap and gown there where he's getting ready for surgery. Is that the one you're talking about, Nancy? We're doing, Danielle, we're doing good. Have you started school yet? Danielle is one of our morning followers that found us while waiting for the school bus. Uh-oh, I hate that for you. So you are on your way to completing another year of high school. Oh, okay. I didn't get to see that, but I've been here for 2 hours, so I don't get on Facebook a lot, but every once in a while. Well, good job, good job. That is me, man. I'm almost into Indiana. Good to see you back in here, Danielle. We're thinking about maybe September, trying to get our morning lives going again about 6 a.m. So hopefully I will catch some of those younger folks getting ready for school. That way I can get to work and get out of here before everybody else pops in. But I hated going to school too, but I'm telling you, 2 weeks after I graduated, I was missing everybody that I saw every day. Of course, 4 days after that, I went into the Army and never looked back. But I had a 7-day summer that year. Yeah, Susie, I was telling you that, I try and catch you and Dave every morning, but if I'm in the truck and I'm in the park, I'm telling you, kind of like my lives, there is no service anywhere in that whole place. Oh man, they're just it's a thing they do. They kind of challenge you right off the bat just to see what they got to work with for that year. So you do good on those early tests, and they'll be a little easier on you the whole year. I do try, Susie. Everybody that's subscribed to me, I'm telling you, has got the full notification bell on, and that I was looking the other day, 261 people that I have notifications for, set to all. And I think out of 32,000 people, I think there's 312 that have notifications set to view me. But if you guys have been in their lives, most of those people don't show up, and I do understand time zones and different places on Earth. Yeah, I went to high school twice. I went in one door and out the other. Uh-oh, folks. I do see a star up there, and I'm thinking it might be Venus. Pretty high in the sky. Maybe Saturn, but Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Wasn't that a great movie? Well, I don't know about that adventure, but some people need it, some people don't. Some people have a good raising, good common sense, street smarts, never hurt anyone. I think I got more learning at home when I come home, in the garden, in the woods, and... All right, Danielle, we appreciate you popping back in. Oh, Ridgemont High, oh yeah, I love that. I loved all those old movies back in the day, but that I use daily, I use math every day. Carpenter trade, probably 45 years of my life, and math was the number one. Of course, when I was in high school, I also done vocational school. I probably should have studied more, but I really don't think I needed 4 years of history. I mean, sure, there's a lot that you should know about history, but, the way things are going now, people are trying to change your history and deleting it from the record, so what good did that do you, right? Definitely need math and reading. I tell you what, when I was in high school, I think we needed 18 credits to graduate. I think I graduated with 26 credits. But, I took art class for 6 years. I took a child care development, I think, which worked out great for me. Marriage management. I took clothing, cooking. I took all those classes, and people said, well, why are you in those classes? I said, look around. I'm one guy, and there's 22 girls in here. Home economics. I had a lot of extra time on my hand in high school. I think 11th and 12th grade, I could have went 3 hours a day and been done with school. And now it's all about foreign languages, computers, and I think we had 2 computers in our high school back in them days. When you graduate in 1983, you know, when they had driver's ed and child care and development, they couldn't run them at the same time because they all use the same car. So but I look back and I appreciate every moment, and some of those teachers, I know I probably gave them a hard time, but I would go back. Yes, I would. But that's what makes this world great. Everybody have their opinions on stuff, and that's what makes us all different. Well, if you had that problem, Smokey, that's not a bad problem to have, but I had one girlfriend all through high school, and then when I went off to boot camp, she cheated on me the first week, so. Never got suspended. I think I went, used to have a trophy. I think I went from 5th to the 9th grade without missing a day. But I wasn't rich. I mostly probably went to school because my dad farmed and my mom was working somewhere, so. Well, that's you, Adventure. When we're not talking about that, that's why you're getting blocked. YouTube is blocking you, not me. Some of these words, I'm surprised I haven't seen Nightbot in here yet. Yep, we lived in the country, so she sent me a John Deere letter. She said, your tractor's not sexy anymore. But yeah, when we were in school, you know, and you have a girlfriend and you do summer break, evidently it is, but not in that comment. You go on spring break or summer break, you'd have to write letters back and forth. You know, I think my girlfriend in the 9th grade lived about 20 miles away, and I never seen her till school started again. Which was probably all right because, you know, I was a guy, I lived in the woods, I hunted, I fished. If I wanted to go to town, I'd walk, and it was about 5.5 miles one way. I do not ever downgrade my raising whatsoever. I think I was raised great, best parents in the world, and I wouldn't change a thing. Let me see the comment there. Yep, I just think the way you ordered it there, Adventures. I don't know why it is, but it's not me. That's YouTube all by itself. I've seen people blocked because of their name on here. See, when you talk like that, that's what gets you blocked. Yeah, I do believe I see it ain't Mars, it's the furthest one. I think it's But man, the sky is clearing up here and I have stars everywhere. High school was always a good time. I kept one girlfriend through 10th through the 12th. We went to the prom, and like I said, I was gone. I don't think, well, I got my first phone call from basic training, so I had been gone 3 weeks. And I called back. My parents didn't even have a phone, so I called one of my friends, which was, I don't know, a neighbor like a mile and a half away. And he told me the whole story. As soon as I'm out of town, she's already hooked up with somebody else. I hope it ain't. I can't speak Chinese. And I don't know really who owns YouTube now. Does anybody know? I know they were going to try and buy it. But I really don't know who even owns YouTube. Who is the mastermind or the sole creator of the company? Anybody? Well, if it's a one-on-one, yeah, I could tell some pretty silly stories too, but sometimes it's the audience. You know, I have probably 10, 12 years old, Alphabet Incorporated. I don't even know who that is. But you know, there's probably people in here 14, 15 years old. I mean, they might not be in the room at this time, but I have a lot of followers that are young and just starting high school, like the Mississippi girl there. And that's the way YouTube is. You know, they want to make it good for everyone, and I kind of like that myself. Nancy, do you know anything about Alphabet Incorporated? 47 thumbs up, folks. Well, you know, you can't help from having kids. You know, when you get a 10-year-old whose parents sign him up, I don't think bedtime even falls in the category anymore. You have kids that are 10 years old that the parents sign them up and start them an account. You know, I've seen people so young that they couldn't even type early in the mornings. You know, they'll come in and say hi and try and use emojis because they can't spell words. I'm thinking those kids 7, 8 years old that really shouldn't be in here. But I think as my channel, I keep it appropriate for everyone. I try not to use bad words or say bad things. Parents should be held accountable, but, you know, sometimes they find the internet a pretty decent babysitter. That's why we have moderators, you know. A lot of people block them out, a lot of people don't. You know, I watch other people's lives, and then, man, they have bot after bot after bot that are nothing but children. But I get a lot of kids that come in that act better than some of the adults that come in. Well, nothing that I'm in charge of, Adventure. I guarantee there is not a channel out here. I go to your channel, you got 53 subscribers with 21 videos. I can guarantee at least 2 of your subscribers is probably 15 or under. I mean, just on a percentage wise. You know, and with 30,000 subscribers, I probably got, I'd say 48% of those are overseas and probably hit it one time and never came back. Yep, I'm telling you, that is one of the internet is one of the cheapest babysitters around. I understand that, and you know who likes cats? Young kids. I got a 1-year-old grandson here that loves both our cats. I'm looking away from the chat every once in a while, guys. I'm trying to keep an eye on the sky. We got 49, folks. We got to share out there and get a couple more of these thumbs up. 10:24 here, and the red light is going to start catching them more often. Hello, Jim. Lose gravity for 9 seconds. So if we did that, how high off the ground would we float? Well, it doesn't matter. It's, we probably get a lot of kids that just visit and scroll through. Will hit a thumbs up and move along. 9 seconds, Jim. How far would we get off the ground? What do we fall, like at 320 feet a second if there's no gravity, or with the gravity we have? So with no gravity at all, how high would we get off the ground? Coast to coast? That's a long way, Jim. When the gravity comes back, you're going to be hurting. I hope I'm over water. I don't have the answers there, Venture, but I would doubt it. I mean, if we have a little heads up on when that's going to happen, then you need to be chained down to something. You would think the world would have to completely stop its rotation. There's a mosquito guy driving by. Well, eventually we get that all the time in here. We get people that believe in aliens. We get people that don't believe in aliens. People who believe in Bigfoot. People who don't. People who think aliens are among us. I mean, that's what makes the world so great. We have all these different ideals, but yet we can't get people to sit around and talk about their ideals. They just want to argue about it. I don't know, man. I don't think anything scares the youth of the day, but taking away their Xbox or whatever game system they have. Yep, I remember a few of those stories, and Carlsbad, Mexico is a point. They talked that up for a year, and nobody believed it, and bam, now they got a mile-wide hole in the earth out there that baby punched. And then they started thinking, hey, there might be something to this little story. We got people that don't believe people have been to the moon. Well, if you believe in that power, that's cool too. Some people believe that. Some people believe we come from monkeys. Some people believe aliens landed, so it gets daylight pretty early, Jim. Well, see there, that's what I'm saying. That's your belief. Because we've seen it on TV. I don't know. Some people can take these beliefs and go crazy with them. Some of them make millions and millions of dollars off making movies about them. Well, that's your belief, Jim, and you're welcome to that. Well, the government knows a lot more than they ever tell us. I can guarantee you that. Hello, William. How you doing? Good afternoon, good night, good morning. It's pretty early or pretty late from somewhere. Well, I was born in America, so I'm behind America all the way. I can say that for a fact. Do I know exactly what's going on with everyone? Nope. Do I care a lot? Nope. I'm taking care of me and my own, and that's all I can do. I'm a one-man show. But people sit around and say other people are programmed, not thinking that maybe they're programmed themselves. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing out there. You know, they're spending billions and billions of dollars on stuff that I haven't watched TV in 12 years, I venture. Not my thing. Susie back? William, how's your weekend going, man? You got big plans for the Saturday, Sunday? Not quite Saturday yet, but we're almost there. Well, I think that happened back on, I don't know when that was supposed to happen. So, you know, we were lucky to have 2 channels if someone got on the roof and turned the antenna. So, you know, TV is one thing, telephone, computers, something I never had growing up. So, I think I'm far better off for that. I know, Travel Susie, you've been waiting on me to get off here and quit yapping, but the little fire is still rolling. Thrifting. I think we're having some pretty good sized yard sales. 127.60. Well, if my kids are programmed, they are programmed by, I don't know, I think out of the 9 children, I got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 that work for hospitals, 1 that works for travel agency, 1 is in a school district, 1 works for Abercrombie and Fitch, and 2 in Amazon. So I think they done all right. Hey, don't Abbott. Abel, you haven't even hardly talked. You just been in here listening, man. Tell us what's going on in your life. It's not good to be coming in behind the scenes, but I'm glad you're here, of course. All right to you is having a job, so tell you about the programming. What do you mean there, man? I mean, this is your 3rd or 4th theory for tonight already. We work, we pay taxes, I get back taxes, I work for my retirement. One of these days when I decide if I'm ever going to quit, then they'll pay me for being retired. So what's wrong with that system? I don't see anything wrong with that myself. It's either work all your life until you die or take a little break and get back some of the things you paid in. I'm all for that myself, adventurers. Let me know how old you are there, Smokey and the Bandit. Hello, Big Ann. Thank you for hanging out. 2 years. Does that mean you're 67? Or did you wait till 67 and now you're 69? Because if you're older than me, then I probably got some questions. Hello, Nightbot. Oh, they got William for something here. Nightbot, what are you doing? 71 now. Well, congratulations. Much appreciated. You got me by 10 years, so. Should I get out at 62? Should I wait to 67? What do you think? I mean, I'm healthy. I'm willing to put in the work. And, I like a paycheck. So, wait. Thank you very much. I have asked 4 people that same question, and that has been the answer every time. Did William get timed out? I can't see that. Yeah, I don't know, William. I think, I haven't got Nightbot figured out, so. I know what, they show that at 62 because you get less money for longer, but, I mean, even at 62, you don't know if you're going to make it to 63. I don't know what's going on here, but I can't even read my own messages. Nightbot is doing that adventure? Yeah, I know what you mean, but are you figuring in that, if you work till you're 67, you're still getting paid your weekly check, so, and that is way more than what you're making off Social Security or whatever, but the problem with me, folks, is that I work for the state, so they no longer pay in Social Security. Yeah, I've retired from the military already and already drawn from that, which is pretty cool. Adventure, how old are you again? Did you answer that earlier? Man, I appreciate you a lot for being in here and keeping the comments rolling, but seems to be everything is coming back negative. How old are you? I know your videos show all about cats. Welcome in, folks. How you doing tonight? Adventures, I'm going to ask you one more time. How old are you? There you go. There you go, William. I'll tell you where Nightbot lives. That's right, Nancy. That's what that check does. Nightbot, you've been challenged. I'm going to ask you one more time, Adventures. How old are you? And we're not doing political, war, or any kind of crap that caused any controversy in here. Last chance. 53. Thank you very much. All right, well, thank you for calling me a fuckhead there, Adventure. So we're going to see you later, pal. Anybody else been waiting on that to happen? The guy has been nothing but negativity the whole time he come in. Well, I appreciate that roll call. That's what you guys are here for. We got to poke this fire one more time. I don't know how much longer it's going to burn. And yet, the skies have completely clouded over. I'm sure by tomorrow, the next day, he will have his second channel, or maybe even tonight, pop right back in. Have more words to say, but I don't know how many chances to give a fella. Or girl, I don't know what she is. And I'm sorry, I don't do a 30-second of this. If I delete them, they're gone for good. Oh. And roll call sometime before end of next month. I got to get down your direction, so if you're up for hanging out for a weekend down there, I mean, and I don't care one bit to give you a little help on whatever you're doing at that time. I'd like to come down and we'll have a campfire together. Let me know what to bring, or let me know what you need, and I'm on my way. We have hit the big 5-0 on thumbs up, folks. Appreciate you very much. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if has Dana been back down this year at all, or is he staying pretty busy? I think the last time I saw him, he was, I don't know what you call it, debarking the logs or whatever. I don't know if you guys still get together very much or not. But we can handle all that during an email or whatever. Yeah, I know he's pretty much done with clearing brush and working on the bus. So the last few times I've seen him, he's been working on the logs with the boys. So that's a good start. I'm pretty sure you'll have to lay those logs over winter, right, before you start setting them or getting things lined up or working on the footers. Got to get all that good stuff in first. But I do thank you, folks, for hanging out with me tonight. Sometimes I think when I'm bored, everybody's bored, but I know there's a lot of people out there that's doing a live right now. I just scrolled through there, and I think there was 17 people I knew. Still daylight in California. A lot of crazy lives going on. I'm glad you're here and not there. You ever see the ones where the people are just sitting there feeding the fish bread all the time? I don't understand some of these. And you see some of the people that are fishing, but they're in a fake pond. There's always astroturf they're standing on. And then you got some of the people who are pretending to be monsters and attacked by demons. It's a good show, but I can't get over Doc Hard. I think Nancy mentioned him earlier there. The guy who just rattles his front teeth. I'm looking at him right now. He's got 570 people in the room. And it's crazy. They just send him money after money after money. A lot of big truckers on the road. Yeah, feeds the raccoons. Now they got people who video yoga and line dancing. They got people at the baseball games, live critter cam. There's about 7 or 8 porcupines out there eating right now. Yep, another fake ghost hunt. It's just crazy. Yeah, I hate the ones that people are sleeping. We got some dirt track derby going on. That's good. Some hunting videos. People playing puzzles. 1, 2, 3 people in a row that are sleeping. Some people that can't even talk English are like, hello, subscribe. And here's the one I'm talking about. You ever see this one? Where the girl puts food in her hand. She paints a face on her hand and feeds it. This is all of her lives every day. William Brody. Yeah, sleep streaming. I thought you were in her life for a minute. Let me see this here. The girl has 600 people in her room right now. $32,000 subscribers to watch her feed her hand. But she does change it up, you know. Sometimes she feeds it pears, sometimes she feeds it apples. A lot of podcasts. I love the fishing ones though. I can't doubt those. Now this guy here has had his tractor stuck on the beach and he's been fighting these wild aliens all night. So he gets close, they throw sand in the air. $1.9 thousand people in his room. Can you see that? 11,000 likes. Ain't that crazy? $22,000 people and he's got 11,000 likes. Yeah, I don't hate it, but I'm just thinking. It's just crazy stuff. Some of it's funny, but some of it is just crazy. I seen one where one girl just keeps changing clothes. She's like modeling for some company. Just one dress after another. Puts one on, takes one off. Puts one on, takes one off. They're just throwing the clothes up on the side and getting rid of them, but I mean, maybe that sells, I don't know. Maybe I'm just mad because I didn't think of it first. Haha, that's funny, Big Ange. How about the guy who has the fire in his backyard? Hey, there's a lot of fires on YouTube, I'll tell you that. But this is just me, and this is real life right here. Yeah, he's a dork. Every once in a while he has a good joke, but I know that guy you're talking about. He's got about 12 more minutes, and he's going inside and talk to Susie on the internet. Every once in a while you do. I think I hear my first train coming through for the night, too. I don't know how many people come through tonight, but we did get 51 thumbs up. We're going to give it a good 11 minutes and 30 seconds, and I'm going to spread out these ashes. And then we're going to motivate folks so everyone can go to bed, except for Susie. And if you guys get followed tonight, make sure you give those people a follow back. They are trying so hard out here to build their channels. How high is the water, Mama? Well, I know at the boat docks, it's anywhere from 22 to 24 inches higher than it was Monday. I used to have 3 steps out there with the boats, but I'm about 2 inches from the very top of the 3rd. $10 I know southern Indiana is really catching it bad right now. Big Ange, are you in southern Indiana, you say? I seen a few videos today. It was pretty bad. Nevada, that's right. I've never heard that song. Evidently it wasn't sung by Green Day. Johnny Cash? How high is the water? Come on, really? Well, I've heard that a lot there on and about. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. Nope, I've heard that one, and I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jacksontown. Google it. I'm going to have to now. Johnny Cash, The River is Rising. My favorite was the man called Sue. How do you do? And that's by Johnny Cash is the name of it. The River is Rising. 5 feet high and rising. I'll probably get copyright infringements, but oh well. So now I know how high the water is. I've never heard that song before in my life. Pretty sure, but thank you guys, now I have. Who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Hey, you were close and you got us on the right track there, Ange. I'm sure if it played long enough, it would eventually get to 10 foot. You think Elvis really even ate a butter fried sandwich? He probably had steak and eggs. He's the king. Everybody knows the king. The king knows karate, Chinese, and the king. Nope, I've never heard that. As old as I am, roll call. Hello, Stuart. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome. Stuart, do you have a Bucky sign on your thing? Four minutes, 10 seconds, folks. I don't know, the last video I seen of him, he was pouring wine over a big meal. I hurt myself today. That's okay. You can do what you want. It's your channel. Shoney's, we have a big boy. I call it Shoney's, but there's a few in Ohio. One piece at a time. I don't think I have heard that one either. I mean, I'm sure I had an 8-track at one time in my life. Yep, where he had like 37 different years of Cadillac, where he'd take one part out a day. I had a 56, 57, 58, 59. Well, good night, William. Yeah. Yep. I've heard that one. Folsom Prison Blues. They Call Me Sue. Of course, Ring of Fire. Some of my favorites, but I Walk the Line. I'll keep my pants tied up with a piece of twine. If you'll be mine, just cut the twine. Yeah. Don't take your guns to town. Or that was Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town, wasn't it? I thought that was the old white-headed guy's name. Islands in the Stream. Sung with Dolly Parton. Man, I am getting old. I'm forgetting all the goodies. Yeah, that's Kenny Rogers, that's right. Partied real hard, that was Dewey Cox. He walked hard. Walk hard down life's rocky road. I've been tarred and feathered and ridiculed too. Have you seen that movie, Walk Hard? That's pretty cool. I cut my brother in half with a machete. Islands in the stream, that is what we are. Nothing in between. How do we get strong? Oh, guys, we are down to T-minus 1 minute, and I gotta go. Man, it's been a great party tonight. 3 hours of sitting out here watching the fire. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming in. All 51 people with those thumbs up. All the people are just popping in now, so hopefully I will get to see you tomorrow if it's not pouring the rain, and I'll be driving along somewhere, so maybe I'll even try to get a little video. It's been great. It's been great to meet some new people tonight, so thank you very much. Watch a few movies, like, share, subscribe, hype it all out. So we'll see you soon, folks, and love y'all.